The trial was a formality. Every charge against Lorik was a fabrication designed to condemn him before a single witness spoke.
They're not even trying to hide it. The verdict was set before I stepped into this room.
Lorik, junior strategist, you are found guilty of high treason. The sentence is exile into the death sector. There, you will vanish like the traitor you are. No appeal, no appeal, no mercy.
The death sector. A sealed labyrinth of collapse zones and wild titans. Prisoners lasted hours, not days. Guards stripped him of his uniform and dragged him to the outer gates. The last light of the citadel disappeared. The reinforced doors slammed shut with a final, echoing boom, the sound of a grave sealing. Inside, darkness choked the air. The corridor smelled of rust and old blood.
Even death itself will not believe your innocence, strategist. Welcome to your tomb.
But in the silence, Lorik's mind did not break. It began to trace patterns. He would not die like the others. Hours passed in the dark. Lorik learned to read the sector. Every groan of shifting rubble, every whisper of stale air.
The drones sweep in fixed intervals. 16 seconds between passes, a pattern I can exploit.
He sprinted through a gap as the drone turned. Beyond it, a broken hall, bones scattered like dry sticks.
Sector 0, 7 bodies. Sector 3, 9, the same clusters. They all died running towards something.
He marked each death on a mental grid. The pattern curved away from the drones, toward a sealed maintenance hatch.
The hatch is welded shut, but there, fingers. A fallen prisoner tried to pull it open.
He rolled the body aside, clutched in its other hand, a data slate. The screen still glowed.
A log. No, fragments. The handwriting scrambled, but it mentions testing ground and supply diversions.
The slate's data was corrupted, words spliced with static. But one set of coordinates came through clearly.
Sector 4, a bunker. If someone hid these logs there, maybe there's more. It's the only lead I have.
The slate guided him deeper. Lorik threaded through Sector 4, the coordinates pulsing in his mind like a heartbeat.
The fragments are encrypted, but one prisoner's name surfaces. Ren. This isn't a graveyard. It's a laboratory.
Log entry. They test new weapons on the condemned. Supply drops come weekly. We are live subjects.
Ren wasn't just a prisoner. He was a witness. He documented everything before he died.
A drone's hum swelled. Lorik pressed into a crevice, the red scanning beam slicing inches from his face.
The logs reference a sealed bunker, Sector 4, sublevel 12. But the main corridor is collapsed.
He cross-referenced the death clusters. Every victim had fled toward an old maintenance shaft. None made it inside.
That's it. The shaft is the detour. If I reach it before the next sweep, I'll have a path.
The drone's pattern shifted. Shorter loops, faster sweeps. The system was reacting to his presence.
No time to hesitate. I move now or die clutching a slate in the dark.
The maintenance shaft swallowed him, a vertical darkness of greasy rungs and stale air. Lorik descended without looking back.
Still no drones. Either the shaft masks my heat, or they're pushing me toward something worse.
A tremor, not from above, from below. A guttural roar that shook the steel around him. The Titan erupted from a cross-tunnel, armored plates, 4 claws. Its tail smashed the wall inches from his grip.
Move. Up is sealed, down is death, but that service conduit might be just wide enough.
He dove into the conduit, claws screeching outside. Blood streamed down his back, but the creature lost him. On the far side, a supply crate. The seal was fresh, 3 days old. Someone was feeding this place.
This isn't a tomb. It's a terrarium, and I am the specimen.
Following the slate, he reached the bunker corridor. The door loomed, heavy, sealed, promising answers or nothing.
Ren's last words are behind this door, or my last words are. I've come too far to stop now.
He punched the maintenance code into the rusted keypad. The door ground open. exhaling decades of stale air.
No power, no lights, just dust and dead monitors. Like the whole command fled mid-shift.
In the center of the room, a steel case sat on a table, untouched. Its lock was military grade, but the hinges were brittle.
That case is too clean. No decay. Someone put it here deliberately for safekeeping or bait.
He ignored the warning in his gut. With a torn pipe, he hammered the hinges until they snapped. The lid opened with a hiss. Inside, nestled in foam, were audio reels and a stack of documents.
Audio reels? Ancient format. But they look preserved. The paper is still white.
His hand hovered over the papers. Water damage had blurred some ink, but one word repeated: elimination.
Elimination. Not capture. Not containment. They've been murdering their own.
But the reels were silent. The player in the bunker was smashed to pieces. He needed a working deck, or the evidence was mute. He lifted the top document. It was a handwritten directive, the ink still dark after years, sealed with the High Judge's sigil.
My name, right there. Lorik. Eliminate him. Fabricated charge. Treason. They didn't even hide it.
Directive. By order of this council, junior strategist Lorik is to be silenced. Stage a court-martial for treason.
Signed by Varys himself. The judge who sentenced me wrote the order for my murder.
Beneath the directive, casualty projections. Pages of names, dates, causes, Titan accident, structural collapse, field execution.
Hundreds. Soldiers. Contractors. Anyone who questioned the diverted supplies.
Entry: Sector 4 supply convoy. All 22 eliminated, staged as malfunction. Projection: 40 units next quarter.
They've been budgeted. Like equipment depreciation, the embezzlement must be a fortune.
He had the truth on paper. But paper could be burned. Without the audio, it was his word against the council.
I need to find a way out. If I can reach a transmitter and play these reels, I can end them all.
He tried the smashed player first. Wires torn, heads shattered. Repairing it here was impossible without a workshop.
It's scrap, but the bunker's storeroom might have a backup. These old facilities always had spares.
He limped through the dark, following a faded maintenance map on the wall. His wound throbbed with every step. In a cramped storage closet, behind rusted shelves, he found it, a reel-to-reel player, covered in dust but intact.
This one isn't smashed. The power cord looks whole. Please, just have a working motor.
He brushed off the dust, connected it to a generator, and flipped the switch. The machine hummed a low, steady vibration.
It's alive. Now, the moment of truth. Which reel first? The council meeting, or the execution order?
He chose the reel, labeled Council Meeting 17. His hands trembled as he threaded the tape through the guides. He pressed the play button. The reels began to turn, the tape hissing as it moved.
Here it comes. The voice of the people who condemned me. After all this, I am finally going to hear the truth.
The speaker hissed. A voice cut through the static. Cold, precise, unmistakably Judge Varys. We have a problem. The strategist Lorik uncovered the supply fraud. He must be silenced immediately.
He's not just corrupt. He's the mastermind. This isn't a trial. It's a murder order.
Fabricate treason charges. Send him to the death sector. No one ever returns from there.
I never had a chance. The system is built to kill anyone who looks too close.
The quarterly projections require 40 eliminations. Use the Titans. Make it look like accidents.
Death is a product. I was a quota. Their numbers nearly swallowed me whole.
These records must never see the light of day. Seal them in the bunker. This council is dismissed.
They hid their crimes, but handed me the weapon. I will make them listen.
The reels stopped. Lorik's stillness was a coiled spring, not shock. He had a plan now. He packed the reels and documents into the steel case. A faded maintenance map showed a comms room 2 floors above.
Sub-level 3. If the array is still here, it's my only chance. No one else is coming.
The climb was agony on his wound. Inside, the transmitter loomed, dark, silent, but largely intact.
The power supply is destroyed, but the tube looks unbroken. I can reroute from my generator.
He dragged the generator closer and began splicing wires. His back screamed with every twist, but he ignored it.
I've done field repairs before. This is just bigger. The connections have to be perfect.
Hours passed in a haze of stripped wires. His vision blurred, but his hands kept moving, steady as a metronome.
The condenser is cracked. A bypass might work, but the tube will burn out after one transmission. No second chance.
He made the bypass, soldering a salvaged relay into place. The console lights flickered amber, then green. He set the frequency and threaded the reel. Now only one push of a button stood between silence and the truth. He pressed the button, the transmitter whined, and the first reel began to play into the void. The distress loop pulsed across the sector's secure civilian frequency, a plea for anyone who still believed in justice.
Dispatch. We have an unauthorized transmission from the death sector. It's a distress signal. Impossible. That sector is off limits. Deny any rescue. Standard protocol.
This is Commander Brevin. The signal is from a condemned traitor. Ignore it. The sector is under active containment.
Containment. They're not coming. They're locking me in tighter.
The channel went dead. No rescue. No acknowledgement. Only the static of deliberate silence.
I am alone. The whole system is the enemy. If I don't escape, the truth dies here.
But the transmission had been logged. Every drone and Titan in the sector would now be hunting him.
I have no allies, no exit. But I won't die quietly. Not with this case in my hands.
The silence stretched. For an hour, Lorik sat in the dark, the transmitter humming nothing.
They heard my message and chose to bury me deeper. No one is coming. This isn't just a trap. It's a tomb they'll never open. My death is already written. But if I am already dead, I have nothing left to fear. Let them think I am gone. I'll walk out. I know every patrol gap by heart. I can reach the outer wall.
He opened the case one more time, tracing the reels. The truth was still intact.
Ren died to hide this. I'll live to broadcast it. Not from a bunker, but from the Citadel itself.
Hours ago, he had begged for rescue. Now, he refused to wait for permission to survive.
The judge said Death wouldn't believe me, so I'll make him listen. In front of everyone.
He stood, the heavy case clutched to his chest, and walked toward the exit without looking back. Lorik moved through the sector like a ghost. Every drone sweep, every sensor blind spot was hardwired into his mind.
The patrol density is increasing. They're searching for my corpse. They still think I'm already dead.
He crawled through collapsed shafts, ignoring the fire in his back. The case scraped, but he never let go.
Sector 2 is clear during the sensor recalibration. 40 seconds. That's my window.
He burst into the open, sprinted, and dove into a drainage culvert as a drone screamed past. The outer cordon loomed, a 30-foot wall, razor wire, floodlights slicing through industrial haze.
The wall is massive, but the guards are sloppy. Checkpoints every 200 meters. 30-minute cycles.
From a collapsed tower's shadow, he studied the gate. Sealed, but maintenance exits dotted the perimeter.
That rusted hatch beneath the water tower leads into the industrial sector. If I can bypass the locks...
He retreated into the shadows, mapping the approach. The case would be his key, or his coffin. Beneath the water tower, a rusted hatch gave way. The maintenance tunnel stretched ahead, unused for decades.
No patrols here. Just rats and silence. It's my chance to slip through.
He crawled through the narrow passage, the steel case scraping against stone. The air grew damp, then fresh.
The exit. I can smell the city. I am out.
He emerged in a forgotten alley, steam venting from cracked pipes. The industrial district was a maze of shadows.
I need to reach the central citadel without being seen. All routes pass through checkpoints.
He moved like a specter, hugging the walls, avoiding the main thoroughfares. Every guard post was a loaded gun.
The Citadel's main gate is too exposed. The East Service entrance. Fewer guards. I can blend in.
The courtyard was crowded with traders and workers. Lorik slipped through the gates, indistinguishable from the morning bustle.
I am inside. The heart of their power. Let them see me now. When I open this case.
A sentry on the battlement recognized the torn strategist's uniform. The alarm echoed across the citadel.
They've seen me. Now they'll call Brevin. Good, I want witnesses.
Commander Brevin strode into the courtyard. A dozen rifles trained on Lorik.
Drop the case, traitor. You don't get to make demands in this courtyard.
I am not a traitor. I am here to demand a public hearing before Judge Varys.
Varys? You think he'll listen to a corpse? You are already dead.
Lorik's grip tightened. He knew this was the moment of no return.
If I open this case, they'll shoot. But if I don't, the truth dies. I have to force his hand, arrest me. But hear this first, or shoot me, and let the crowd wonder why a dead man had to be silenced twice.
The crowd, drawn by the alarm, pressed closer. Brevin's hand hesitated on his sidearm. Lorik knelt and set the steel case down with a heavy clang that echoed across the silent courtyard.
This case is the only weapon I have left. Let them see what's inside.
He unclasped the latches and lifted the lid, revealing reels and documents nestled within. The crowd, now a sea of faces, pushed inward, their whispers growing into a restless hum.
Reels and papers. What trick is this? You are stalling.
The game you started when you threw me into the death sector. Now hear the truth.
The documents were old, but the seal of the High Judge was unmistakable. The crowd recognized the sigil.
That seal means nothing. Anyone can forge a document.
Then bring Judge Varys himself. Let him explain why his handwriting orders my murder.
Brevin's hand was steady, but his eyes betrayed doubt. The crowd was now a judge he couldn't silence. From the case, Lorik withdrew a compact reel player, the salvaged machine that had given him the truth. He slotted the reel into place, the spools clicking as they locked. With one finger, he pressed play. The speaker crackled to life. Council is in session. The strategist Lorik has uncovered supply diversions. He must be silenced immediately. Fabricate treason charges. Send him to the death sector. No one ever returns from there. The voice was unmistakable, cold, precise, the same that had sentenced him. The crowd's murmur died. A heavy silence replaced it. Every face turned toward the speaker.
That's not possible. The seal must have been tampered with.
It's the truth, Commander. Your own judge ordered my murder. Now the whole city knows.
The reel continued to spin, and the courtyard held its breath. The trial had only just begun. The quarterly projections require 40 eliminations. Use the Titans, make it look like accidents. As the reel detailed the council's crimes, a window above the courtyard scraped open. Judge Varys appeared on the balcony.
Seize that traitor. Destroy that recording immediately. That's a direct order.
But the crowd only pressed tighter, their anger shifting from Lorik to the figure above. Commander Brevin looked from Lorik to the crowd, to the judge. His men awaited orders that didn't come.
If I shoot now, I'll have a riot. The evidence is damning. I am not protecting a murderer.
The reel continued, listing names and dates of soldiers murdered for profit. Each word deepened the crowd's fury.
Brevin, you fool. Shoot him. I'll have you both court-martialed.
My orders are to keep the peace. You've shattered it, Your Honor. Stand down.
The reel clicked to a stop. The courtyard was silent, except for the heavy breathing of 1,000 witnesses. Lorik pulled the handwritten directive from the case and held it high. The High Judge's signature blazed under the morning sun.
This is the order for my murder, signed by Varys himself. Compare it to the seal on the reel.
Brevin stepped closer, his face draining of color as he examined the script.
That's the judge's hand. No forgery. Stand down, all of you. Arrest Judge Varus for conspiracy and the murder of his own soldiers.
The guards hesitated for a heartbeat, then surged toward the balcony.
This is insurrection. I am the law in this citadel.
The law is having its throat cut by the truth. He can scream all he wants.
The crowd roared as the guards seized Varus, his robes tangling in his thrashing. He was dragged from the balcony, his protests swallowed by the cheers of the vindicated.
The charges against Lorik were fabricated by a corrupt authority. This court is no longer valid.
He pulled a sealed document from his coat, the Citadel's seal of exoneration.
By my authority as commander, I issue an official pardon and clearing of all charges.
Lorik took the document, his hands trembling, the only sign of the weight he had carried.
Piece of paper. After everything, a piece of paper. And it's worth more than gold.
The crowd erupted again, this time for Lorik. They chanted his name, a name they'd learned moments ago.
Ren, the others. They died for this. I am just the one holding it.
He raised the document, and the roar became a storm. Justice, however late, was not silent.
Let it be known across the citadel. Lorik is innocent. The real criminals will face judgment.
Lorik stood in the center of the courtyard, holding the truth in his hands, finally free. Lorik stared at the exoneration paper, the morning light catching the citadel's seal. The ink spelled freedom.
A piece of paper. A few words. It shatters the lie that nearly killed me.
The roar of the crowd became a distant murmur. For a breath, the world was only him and the truth.
Ren and the others didn't survive to see this. Their names are written in the evidence, not on this pardon. This victory is theirs as much as mine. Their ghosts can rest now. Their ghosts can rest now.
He touched his chest, where the false brand of traitor once burned. Now there was only the steady beat of vindication. The steel case rested at his feet, its purpose fulfilled. It was just a box now, silent, empty, a relic of his ordeal.
The case is empty. The weight is gone. I am just Lorik again. No titles, no charges, just me.
The sun climbed higher, chasing away the shadows of the courtyard. A new day had broken, fully. Lorik stood there for a long while, alone with his victory, the silence no longer an enemy. The courtyard began to empty. Lorik knelt and closed the lid of the steel case. The empty click echoed like a tomb being sealed.
Just a box now, but I'll keep it. A reminder of what I overcame.
He walked toward the main gates, the crowd parting around him without a word. The guards at the entrance watched, but did not stop him. He was no longer a prisoner. Outside the walls, the city stretched before him, bathed in late afternoon light.
No orders, no charges, just the open road.
He paused at the foot of the steps, taking a deep breath of free air. It tasted different.
I don't know where I am going, but I know I am not running.
With the empty case in one hand and the pardon in the other, Lorik stepped forward, and the city received him, not as a traitor, but as a man who walked out of death with his name intact. He walked the waking streets as the sun rose. People looked up from their stalls, but their eyes held no contempt.
Their stares don't feel like accusations. They're just wondering, maybe even hope.
A baker pressed a loaf into his hands without asking for coin. A child pointed and whispered her mother's smile.
They're thanking me for a case and a recording, for not dying quietly.
The citadel's spires caught the morning light in the distance. Already, it looked smaller.
A year ago, its shadow crushed me. Now it's just a building.
He paused at a bridge, watching the river carry light into the outer districts. The pardon rested inside the case.
My name is clear. The dead are honored. Whatever comes next, I've earned it.
The sun rose higher, spreading warmth across the rooftops. A new day, unwritten. And for the first time, Lorik was free to decide what came next.